Hello and welcome to the very next episode of College Crusaders. If you like what you hear, please consider subscribing to our podcast. We release episodes often and would love to have you as an audience. I'm Roland, and I'll be the GM for a brave band of adventurers. We'll be playing by Basic Fantasy 3rd Edition rules. So grab your torch and your 10-foot pole and prepare to embark on the journey that is College Crusaders. Hello and welcome back. Today we'll be starting a new adventure called the Hare to the Throne. Your characters are in the Green Dragon Inn currently. It's one of the inns inside the cave of the city you live in. You are resting, relaxing, enjoying the food and drink that is now available to the city of Low Rock. That since you got rid of the Widowmaker, merchants are able to come in and share their wares. What are you guys doing?
Enjoying the food.
Playing a song.
All right. Yes, you do notice that the usual bard isn't here. In fact, there's a new bard. It seems maybe she came in with the merchants and set up shop here for a little bit. She's a little bit better than the other bard. You can tell she's just starting out, but she's doing pretty good. She doesn't look like your normal minstrel or bard. She's wearing armor and has weapons. She seems maybe an adventuring bard. And when she finishes, she goes and sits down and enjoys a meal.
But not with us, right?
No.
No,
Okay.
I'm like 2 tables away.
Well, because, being a bard is dangerous in this campaign.
Yes.
It's very brave.
It's very brave being a bard in this group.
Alright.
I think it'd be a bit rude if I were to just walk over and sit at their table. It's whoa, just a random stranger.
Alright, what are you doing?
I'm just sitting here eating.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna pay attention to the rest of you.
What do you think of that bard?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the way you looked just reminded me of when we first met the other bard, and I just an immediate response was kidnap him. The way you was like, yes. We're just gonna kidnap him.
You have a lasso?
Kidnap the bard.
I think I do have some rope.
Are you gonna just eat broad daylight? Well, not daylight, but from middle of the busy tavern, just kidnap me? Is that what your plan is? Not that I can canonically hear this.
How many drinks do you think I've had?
Not enough.
I would get another drink.
All right, you go get another drink. Subtract a silver from your
How many?
Whatever.
currencies,
And
and make a Constitution check.
Why?
Let's see.
this is good.
I'm just so fucking eating. I love that I've got nothing to do with you guys so far.
Plus
Yeah.
1, 9. All right. You're getting a little, you can tell the room's getting a bit blurry and kind of starting to spin a bit. You're not drunk yet, but you feel like you're on the verge of it.
Good, it's working.
Does it make it, you sound better, the more I drink.
I'm gonna sit back down with. What was your name again?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, too.
The gnome.
I'll sit back down with Guten Morgen.
Yeah, so it's G-A morning.
Morning. Okay.
Good morning.
I'm gonna have to write that down. That's brilliant. Also, we do have
How's
a
there a
death count
mosquito
now.
in here?
Ooh.
I keep tallies of everyone who dies
Alright.
for fun.
Yeah.
Of course.
We put the statistics at the end of the thing.
I'm determined to not make it on that list.
We just-
Oh, yeah. So at the end of each
At the
adventure,
end
we
of-
should put the statistics. How many people died?
At the end of every campaign, we
Right.
do the statistics. How many people have died this specific? We'll put nicknames, obviously, but how many people have died this specific round?
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Do you think we need said bard?
We don't need another bard, but, it wouldn't hurt to have more bodies to get in the way of enemies.
Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna go pick the bard up by the collar and just
Excuse
drag
me,
him to
well,
the
I'm
table.
not that short.
I'm that tall.
Not 7 feet.
You actually doing this?
Yes.
You actually-
Dragging it to the table.
Are you resisting
Yes.
the giant bald barbarian,
Yeah.
half naked man?
No, I'm clothed.
I thought you just had like those straps that went over your chest.
Maybe a
No,
claw.
all
I've got a
right,
cloak. And
Yeah.
I've got the big shoulder piece.
all right. So yeah, this
And almost
big guy comes over towards you, just grabs you by the collar and starts
Hey.
pulling. Both of you make strength checks.
I'm fairly drunk.
Nat 20 plus 2.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Mimir rolled a nat 1. What's your character's name?
Jaden.
Jaden rolled a nat 20. So this big, burly,
Just kind of like.
barbarian walks over towards you, and you just feel a hand grab your collar. You turn around and you see this giant thing.
Excuse me?
How do you want to go about this?
Considering the imagery already is hilarious because I'm just like this shrimpy little like.
Do you want to have an idea of what my character looks like?
This shrimpy little.
Go for the eyes.
Yeah, just gonna immediately like hit him in the head.
You're set. How tall are you?
I have no clue.
No, well,
Off the top of my head. Just gonna elbow him in the like.
Close
stomach.
enough.
Okay, so you quickly turn around. You elbow him. You grab his arm that's on top of your collar. You pull down, and using your body as a lever, he completely flips over you onto the table.
Start laughing.
Let me see if the table breaks.
It's amazing.
It does not.
It does not. In fact, you currently have the wind knocked out of you from how sturdy this table was
The thing is, I know exactly what
you
it feels
are
like
knocked
when you
prone
wind knocked out. That's
on the table.
I'm laughing.
Scary.
He's trying to.
Yes. Precisely.
I'm gonna look over at the table that I genuinely think he's came from and be like, is this your guy?
The tavern goes silent for a second as everybody looks around.
Whose guy is
And then they go,
this?
hey! As they go turn back and continue whatever they were doing.
Hey, whose guy is this? Come get your child.
Child.
Someone come get
Very,
your child.
very large child.
It was painful. For sure.
So,
All right.
Okay, no.
You're just kind of laying there and you see this bard looking down at you.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I'll just lay here.
Hey,
He
whose child
just
is this?
relaxes. You had food on the table,
Yeah.
but now his like left shoulder blade is squishing all into it as he just lays there.
No, you're getting no, my salad. The very few salads I get in this universe.
All right, I'll hand her.
Actually, it's a fillet of rabbit.
No,
No,
no. Honestly, I
promise.
don't think I could stand. Well, I did make the promises.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I don't think I could stand eating.
You see the doors to the tavern open up as what looks like a well-dressed man walks in. He has rings on his fingers and what looks like almost not quite noble's clothes, but very expensive clothing. He walks in and he says, excuse me, everyone. Can I have your attention, please, real quick? The name's Wayne Gedarm. I am a merchant in these towns, and I was wondering if there is anybody in here looking for work or hire. I am seeking to hire guards for my caravan as we go back to Ocean View, a nearby city on the coast. It's about a 7-day journey. The pay is 50 gold each if anyone is interested. I will be waiting outside next to the carts if anybody wishes to inquire. Yeah, and after he finishes, he turns around and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like 50 gold per night or what?
20
Per
gold
person.
per person, he said.
20 gold per.
I heard 50.
I heard
You
50.
said 50.
I said 50?
You said 50.
All right, 50. Fine.
Yeah.
Make it 100.
I was gonna say, imagine if we just like upped it. Every time you forget, it gets higher.
Per person.
All right, I'll walk over to Bard woman and
Is this your child?
I still
He's
have,
a gnome, all right.
I'm committed to that bit now.
He's like 1.5 feet tall.
I'm committed
With
to
the
this
hat.
bit.
With
Oh.
that.
This guy is like 7 foot.
I am 7 foot.
I'm committed to this bit.
Is this your child?
I'm committed to this bit.
yes,
Oh yes, the gnome with a 7-foot child.
maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, so as I'm eating
He got
a
lucky with a
rabbit
giant.
You're eating.
and kind of spewing food out at you as I'm talking.
Wait, how are you eating a rabbit?
Huh?
Like out of canon, you wouldn't be allowed to eat a rabbit because he'd be prevented you from doing so, wouldn't he?
Oh, he can't breathe.
Like before he.
I'm getting up now.
You were eating a rabbit?
I thought that's what we were being served. What?
No, I was joking. It's,
Oh,
it's
about
breakfast
I
time.
don't want
Oh, it's breakfast.
Yes.
All right.
So there's eggs, milk,
Mm-hmm.
sausage
Ow.
Oh,
made out of
Mystery meat.
I'm sure.
yeah, mystery meat.
Probably this.
yeah.
Meat of the day.
So I probably have a bowl of milk with sausage and eggs in it.
Not in the milk,
No,
but
Not in
are
the
you sure?
milk.
I mean, if you want to put them in there, sure.
I think as a gnome,
Weird sausage.
since I'm a gnome, I probably do something weird like that.
All right.
And then, so as I'm spitting food out and talking to her,
You can tell that the tavern keep is very happy to have gnomes in the tavern because he can feed them very little food and still get paid the same.
oh yeah. And so I'm like, yeah, he's mine. Spitting food out.
What was his plan here? Because, like, why, you don't go around grabbing random people.
We've lost a few bards.
Yeah, quite a few of them kick the bucket.
So, you lost a few bards, which is why this guy that I still don't know the name, I don't know any y'all's name, by the way, so this guy decides to, attempted kidnap?
I don't know.
It's not as much kidnap as it is. We were just gonna drag you along with us and make you do stuff to help us
Do you
learn.
know
Sorry,
the
what?
definition of kidnapping?
Yes.
Very
You
well.
were not napping. You were wide awake.
No.
You're in a bar drinking, so you're not a kid.
Who's to say?
Yes, if they're not a kid and they're not asleep, you can legally take them.
Just borrow them.
That's
That's
not,
going in the out of
Out of
context.
That's not what that means.
Yes.
Kidnapping is taking someone somewhere without their permission.
I think he knows. I think he's being ornery.
Okay, so you.
You don't want to get that word wrong.
See, I don't know these things.
Okay, so if you guys lose your few bards, A does not give you permission to just drag me somewhere.
What if we say please?
That's like the worst introduction ever. I'm just
Right.
doing everything.
You know, 50 gold pieces sounds pretty nice, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna go check that out anyway.
Because of me, I know.
No, because the guy literally walked into
Oh.
the tavern, remember?
All I heard was 50 and then gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm not too thrilled about working for some noble guy, but 50 gold is 50 gold. You don't get that much when you're starting out as a bard.
No. Oh.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna head over to where the nobleman went.
All right, you start walking out of the tavern.
I'm just gonna leave these guys alone.
You walk across the street. I assume you guys are going also.
Yeah.
He's just following me.
They
now.
just start following you ominously behind.
Just like.
This one guy's still trying to catch his breath. You do find the caravan. You see quite a few people around it. Some of them kind of look disappointed as they walk off. A few others are being handed spears, and they're being led over to a large group of horses. When you arrive, you do see he introduced himself as Wayne, the merchant, and says, more recruits. Let's see. I'm sorry, but you two can't bring your child along with you. You'll have to leave him home with a babysitter or something.
I'm not with these two.
That's not a child, that's a gnome.
Howdy.
Good golly, that's a full-grown man!
Yeah. And this is
Oh,
not
weird.
rat.
You got a rat?
This is the bar.
Yeah, he has a rat he rides.
Alright, I was gonna say, how big is a rat compared to him?
Very large.
It's a giant rat.
Yeah, it's a giant rat too.
Okay.
I see. Let's see. You're hired. As he just looks over at the barbarian. He says, you'll get 25 gold up front, and we will supply rations and a horse. You will have to return the horse after the voyage, however. Right, just go over there and they'll get you all set up. He turns over to you and says, how much experience in combat do you have?
Mm-hmm.
You see that big guy you just hired?
Yes.
I flipped him over onto a table with these.
Kind of looks over at you.
Mm.
I went off. I'm getting set.
You're only about like 6 feet away, getting set up. And just gives you a spear and stuff. Says, is this true? You're hired. And as for you, I can tell you're not very good at hand-to-hand combat. Do you have any other special abilities?
I'm wild. With magic.
You're a magic user.
Yes.
Haven't had any magic users yet. Very well. You're hired as well. He gives each of you a small leather sack containing 25 gold pieces. And you two are given spears. They don't have any weapons that fit your size. So they just take you over. They do have a pony, so they put you up on the pony. But even that's too big for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can ride your rat.
Okay. Thank you for the pony, but I got my trusty steed already right here.
All right. Let's take care of anything you need to do before we leave. We will be leaving at high noon. That should be in approximately blast this dock area. Does anybody know how to tell time in this area?
I've been here for approximately a day, so.
So you just have like a... Okay.
I lick my finger and put my finger.
Slide my sleeve on.
Well, it's 2 hares, half a freckle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, I'm sure you guys have an internal clock from living here, so just meet us at the mouth of the cave in approximately 2 hours. And with that, he turns around and he starts loading crates up into a large wagon and continues doing other stuff. All right, what are you guys doing? You have 2 hours.
Finding a clock, so I can't keep track of that time.
Inside the cave, they do have means of keeping track of time. They have candles set up everywhere, and they have notches on the candles. And as the candle burns down and reaches a notch, 1 hour has gone by.
Okay.
So they have those set up pretty much everywhere there's a candle. It's one of those candles.
Okay, and then we'll just look at the closest candle, see how close it is.
It's got about 4 notches left on it.
Okay.
So halfway.
Alright. Useful.
Mm-hmm.
I can help see if they need help loading anything onto the carts.
All right. Yeah, they do. They gladly take your help as you're able to just lift up these large crates that other people need 2 people to carry. You lift them up, you put them on the cart, you do this for a while till eventually everything's loaded. You do encounter one box that's very large but surprisingly heavy, and it feels like the stuff inside of it isn't secure. It's kind of rolling around in there as you put it up.
Well, now I'm curious.
That's a dead body.
Did I say heavy or light?
Heavy.
I meant light. I'm sorry. I'm getting my words mixed up really bad.
Today,
It's surprisingly light.
It's a gnome corpse.
All right.
I'll get very curious. I want to take a look at that box.
You two, what do you guys doing?
Is there a library?
There is a library. In fact, that's where the local wizard lives. Not a very powerful wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a pretty weak wizard. But still a wizard nonetheless.
Just gotta sit down outside the tavern, place my hat on the ground, just start playing a few music.
All right, make a charisma check.
17 plus 1,
18. You earn 18 gold from people just passing by, flicking coins in, which is quite a lot. Music is actually very entertaining as not only do you play music, you put on a little dance also as you go around. All right.
And
then are you doing anything?
What was the name of the place we were going? Ocean something?
Ocean Tide.
I'd like to go to the library and ask about Ocean Tide.
All right. You ask, and the clerk behind the desk doesn't know anything personally, but he can point you in the right area. He takes you to the geography section where there's a few atlases and maps and there's other stuff. You eventually do find a book on Ocean Tide. It's a very large city, especially since it's on the ocean. It's a great trading city where merchants come from different islands, continents, countries, and trade their wares. Pretty much, if you wanted to buy something that was rare, you'd buy it here. And usually only the very rich merchants are allowed to sell their wares here. You know it's about a week's journey by horse, about 2 weeks' journey by foot. It does pass through quite a bit of foresty areas, which is probably why he wants guards, especially since the road to and from Ocean Tide is littered with bandits because they know only the rich merchants go through there and like to jump them, see what they have.
Yeah.
Other than that, it does tell you a bit about their hierarchy and how their government functions and fun facts about their history and stuff. It's a relatively new city, only being around for about 100 years.
Okay.
I'll take a look at the candle and see how much time has passed.
About 30 minutes.
This is gonna take forever.
You could just say you wait till...
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till it's time.
Alright, you head to the front of the cave. As you exit and go to that fork in the path, you do notice the door to the secret area where you guys used to hang out as kids, except for you.
Are these guys just like, it sounds like these guys are just
You're
like,
new to this place.
just forcibly dragging, these guys are just like, well, you're a part of our group now.
You got here about the same time the merchant did.
Yeah.
Just... And you eventually do get to the front where there is a large body of a spider. It's kind of been pushed off to the side so people can come in and out of the entrance of the cavern.
Well, that explains the smell.
Yeah. There's still a few remaining webs here and there, but very different than what it used to be. It looks very much brighter now. That light's able to travel through the cave. You make it out, and outside, the light kind of stings your eyes from how bright it is compared to inside the cave. You look around, and you see the caravan ready to go. There's about 4 wagons all lined up, and each wagon has looks like 2 guards on it, except for the last 2. One of the wagons only has 1 guard, and the other has no guards. It seems that's where you're supposed to be stationed.
Good joy. So who wants to take the 1 guard?
I'll be with the one.
Oh.
Alright, you 2 are teamed up.
She's gonna... This teaming, considering my first introduction, is him trying to kidnap me. Is good.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
This is a very movie type plot.
Person almost gets kidnapped. Venturing group forces them to join up.
Alright, you 2 get up on a cart. This cart looks like it's filled mostly with clothing and other type of cloth goods. Yours looks like it has bits and bobs, clockwork mechanisms and almost automations that are just kind of still. Eventually, they do agree that everybody is here, and they up and start off. You 2 with horses, you're able to keep up pretty well. You with your rat, you're able to keep up, but you can tell that you'll have to take breaks every now and then because of how fast your rat is having to run to keep up with them.
You're gonna have to like hop in on little carts.
Yeah, you might have to just ride on the cart.
It might be easier that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who is the leader of this group? Elect the leader.
The front wagon.
I mean, the leader of this group, this small little...
Well, I have the most intelligence.
All right, all in favor of good morning. raise your hand. All right, we got 2 votes for good morning. All in favor for Mimir, raise your hand. No votes for Mimir.
Mimir so far has spoken in either grunts or misunderstanding the meaning of kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then, let's see, what was your name again?
Useful in combat.
Jaden. All in favor for Jaden being the leader. All right,
You
so
threw me.
good morning. Roll a d6.
I love it. You threw me. You're not getting. Pick a dice. I don't know if it works.
4.
Oh.
Ooh. Imagine that.
All
Considering
right.
that's a rubber dice. That he's lucky that didn't go all over the place.
That's
You
fun.
begin traveling. You leave at high noon, and about half the day goes by, starting to sunset, and the caravan comes to a stop. They find a nice clearing in the area and start setting up camp. Quite a few tents, all circled around the wagons, so the wagons are in the middle of this circle of tents. You do hear loud crashing in the woods from the side, and everybody seems to get up, and all the guards come to the front area where the crashing is coming from. You guys going?
Yeah, and at this point, do I have like 5 points for magic points? Or it's like 1 per hour.
You're at half your max, so
Yeah.
6.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and find somewhere like tall, high I can climb onto.
All right. There's a few trees around here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Make a dex check.
I'll join.
Mm-hmm.
Grab
11.
my axe out.
11, and
Stand ready.
you stand ready with your axe.
Because I've got like 4 hit points and I don't want to be in the center of this.
They're
battle.
4 and they're mine. All right.
Exactly. My hit points, I'm
Not sharing.
trying to. So I'm basically just trying to find a place I can use my longbow.
Okay. Yeah, you climb up and you find a place where you can just sit down up against the tree so you don't have to stabilize yourself. Take out your longbow, have an arrow ready. You get your battle axe ready and you prepare to cast whatever spell you need to. Through the woods, you can see what looks like 2 large creatures fighting each other. It looks like a moose and a brown bear
Well,
Are
one of them will kill the other
in-
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
combat.
It's just not.
The guards, when they see it, they are slightly calm a bit, but they still have their spears at ready. They plant them into the ground to just kind of make like a wall. That way, if they come too close, they go off the other direction. Eventually, through the combat, they tear each other up, and the guards kind of start betting on which one's going to win. But as the last roar is let out, the horn or the antlers of the moose just crack over the head of the bear, and the bear falls down to the floor, completely unconscious. This moose is about 6 feet tall at the shoulder, and about 8 feet tall at the tip of the remaining antler. It's a very large moose,
Yeah, that is.
which is that's about normal size for a moose.
I want to choke my spear at it.
All right,
Oh my
roll to
God.
hit.
Oh,
6.
6. What's your dex modifier? Or your modifier in missiles?
For missiles?
Or ranged? Whichever
2.
one you have. 2. All right. It's 8 in total. You throw your spear and it flies very fast. You can hear it go through the air, cutting through. It goes over the heads of the guards and over the head of the moose as it implants itself into a tree. It goes about half the head of the spear into the tree before it stops, making a loud thud. To which the moose quickly turns its head around and notices there's a lot of people with spears over here.
God, everyone at camp's gonna hate us for this.
The moose lets out a deep and loud bellow as it lowers its head down and charges towards the mass of guards. Not massive, a mass of guards. Now there. And completely plows right through them as guards go flying off one to the other. As the moose charges towards them,
Violent man.
they start stepping backwards, and since they have their spears planted in the floor, it lifts the spears up out of the way of the moose as it plows right through them, throwing them from side to side. I need a d6. 3 of them are unconscious. Let's see, there were...
Everyone I can's gonna hate him.
Alright,
Yep.
everyone who is joining initiative, roll initiative. We're going to try a new form of initiative real quick, especially when there's a bunch of people. The leader will roll a d6, and then I will roll a d6, and that will judge whether the good guys or the bad guys go first.
Alright. 6.
6, I roll a 4, so all of you guys go first.
Oh, yeah. Do we have any particular order or just all at once?
Whatever order you guys decide to act in. So what happens is you guys tell me what you're going to do, and then I act it out as if it's all happening at once.
Oh, okay.
Alright. We're beating
We're hitting
the
moves,
creature.
right?
Alright.
Trying to kill a moose.
Charge in with the axe and go for like right behind the shoulder blade. Just tear into it.
I'm gonna.
Alright, what are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot an arrow, try and hit it, like in the side with the ribs.
Alright, what are you doing?
I
Maybe
will.
shoot after I attack.
No, this is all happening at once.
All at the same time.
Good luck to you. I go down.
Alright, I'm using magic missile.
Alright.
Oh God.
So, you rolled a hit, you rolled a hit, you roll 3d4. No, 1d4, sorry. No, 2d4, your second level.
Yeah.
Oh well. I don't think you have to worry about it.
Alright, what's your 2 hit?
19.
What's your 2 hit?
5.
5?
5. I don't think you're gonna.
Roll a d6.
I might hit you. Sorry.
You roll damage for your axe, then
Jack 7.
What was
7?
Yeah.
Alright,
What do I roll for that again?
let's see, that would be a d6 plus 1. No, sorry, a d8 plus 1.
If you aim it for the eyes and the mouth, might kill him
Yep.
immediately.
5.
Plus your attack and melee, which is plus 3.
So 8.
8. So 7 and 8.
I
Alright,
rolled a 4
3.
for the d6 you told me to roll.
Huh? Rolled a 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so it just misses.
Okay.
It goes over the moose's head.
I'm gonna have to find it now.
Moose's.
The moose.
Plural of moose is moose. You can call it meese if you want because I'm screwing the
No, I'm not trying to do plural. I'm trying to do belong.
moose eye.
No, like this belongs to the moose. It's the
Oh.
moose's.
Yeah,
It's the moose's turn.
Okay, anyway.
No, we go first.
So
Yeah.
2 bolts of magic missile shoot out from the caravan, weaving its way through the people and around them as it hits the moose directly. Right afterwards, a giant axe, not giant, a large axe with almost ice covering it, comes down and cuts down on its shoulder.
Oh, because yeah.
This moose is very, very dead. Very dead. As it falls to the floor, its leg is completely off of it from the shoulder down, and it just starts bleeding out on the floor.
Climb down the tree and see if I can find my arrow.
You can hear quite a few of the guards cheering and then arguing over whether or not that counted as the moose losing and if they won the bet and stuff like that.
I love it. Is the bet going to prevent them from remembering he's the reason that came after them?
Oh, there's like also 3 people unconscious from the moose attack.
I'm going to climb down and see if I can rescue my arrow.
We had a fire.
Yeah, roll a d20.
We had a fire, right?
Yeah, there's a large campfire.
I want to carry the moose over to the fire
17.
so people can eat it.
Alright, yeah.
Prep it and eat it.
What'd you roll?
17.
17, yeah, you find your arrow.
Yay! I only have a limited amount of those, and I can't risk losing any more than I have to.
Right.
I'm going to talk to the guards that are awake.
Alright, you walk over to him.
Yep, and
Just gonna-
we should probably check out that bear. Make sure it's dead before we call it a
I
night.
was just wondering about because you said it went unconscious, not dead.
Are we gonna like, what, you gonna stab it or something, or?
So we
Alright, you walk over to the bear and it doesn't have much blood on it, but you do see a large welt on the top of its head, and you do see its chest slowly kind of rising up and then back down.
We should put
I
it
need to
out
get
of
my
its
spear.
misery.
What?
I need to get my spear.
Go over to your spear. Make a strength check.
4,
You start tugging at
6.
it, and
I don't want to just climb up
It takes you about
and keep walking.
30 seconds to get it out of the
You
tree.
don't
It's
want
just
to?
stuck in
I
there
kinda
really well.
want to
Oh, you
just
just-
sit there and be like, hello.
Play your music.
Yeah, it's gonna start.
All
a
right.
little party.
You're talking to the guard. What were you talking to him about?
I think y'all should put it out of its misery.
They look over to it. Walk over. They inspect to see it's still alive. What are you doing?
I'll be over there with them.
All right. You doing that, or are you letting one of them do it?
I can do it.
All right.
Take the spear like right behind the head.
Do it.
I'm gonna have it make a death save instead of you trying to do damage and stuff like that.
I feel like it's unconscious, so like.
Yeah, that's why you didn't have to roll to hit or roll
Oh,
damage.
okay.
It's just a pure death save.
Survive.
Yeah, you stab through and you see its head kind of jerk to the side and away from the direction of the spear as it kind of eyes open up and lets out a little roar before it gets cut off and then just kind of lays down to the side. You gain 70 experience points.
We're gonna get like.
And then 3 of you can divide amongst yourselves 100 XP for the moose. And that is where we will cut it off. You have made it your first night. This, again, is an introduction episode. And we
I'm
will
gonna
see you
drag
guys
the
next
bear to the fire too, just 'cause.
You drag the bear to the fire, and we will come back next time.